Hello everybody, this is Valencia and welcome to my channel Balloons in Business, where I show you the business of balloon and event decor. So today I'm going to show you how I made this organic balloon column with floral accents. So if you want to see how I made it, just stay tuned. So the balloons I used were Tough Tex black balloons. I was going to use a 17, 12, and 5 inch, but I only used the 17 inch, and I used one large 36 inch balloon for the topper. I used matte lilac balloons from Tex in both 12 inch and 5 inch. I used chrome gold balloons from Calisan. I was going to use both the 12 and 5 inch, but I only used the 12 inch. And I used mirror violet from Calisan, which is like a chrome purple in 12 inch. Now, I put a link in the description box for how I made this balloon column base in more detail, but the base is made out of plywood, and as you see, I screwed on a floor flange in there. I put a connector into the floor flange, and then I connected this 5-foot PVC pipe in there using Gorilla Glue. So I'm going to start off with my 17-inch balloons at the bottom, and I made kind of like a reference balloon first because I don't have a balloon sizer. So I'm using this reference balloon so that when I blow up all of my balloons, I can measure it to that reference balloon. And you want to get your balloons as close in size as possible so that the balloon column will sit up right. Once I blew up two 17-inch black balloons, I tied them into a dupe. And when I got two dupes of the balloons, I twisted those balloons together twice over into a quad. And this is going to make up the layers of my balloon column. So I'm just going to slide those balloons onto the column. And then I'm going to twist two balloons over each other and then the other two balloons on the opposite end over each other to secure that layer onto the pole so it won't go anywhere. Now for the next layer of the column, I'm going to be using the 12-inch purple chrome balloons and the 12-inch matte lilac balloons, and I'm going to alternate those colors. Now, as you can see, that purple chrome balloon came out coney, and that's pretty typical with chrome balloons. So I released the air from that balloon, stretched that balloon out, and then re-blew it up again, and it came out more round. And I'm using that one chrome balloon as a reference for the other chrome balloons and the matte lilac balloons, so they can be as close to the same size as possible. So I'm going to take a dupe of the chrome and a dupe of the matte lilac, and I'm going to twist them together twice and make my second layer. And then I'm going to slide those on top of the first layer of balloons. Now, what I'm going to do, instead of twisting the balloons over to attach them to the pole, I'm going to take a neck from one of the balloons at the top layer, which is the purple balloons, and I'm going to take a neck of one of the black balloons in the bottom layer, and I'm going to tie them together. And I like doing this because I feel like it makes the column more secure because the balloon layers are actually attached to each other. So there you can see how I tied that chrome purple to the black balloon at the bottom. And you should use the chrome balloons because they're more stretchier. And so what I'm going to be doing for this column is I'm going to be following this pattern of putting the 17-inch black balloons layered down and then the chrome and matte purple balloons on top, and then I'm going to be tying the necks of those balloons together. Now I decided to change the pattern right there because I didn't want the purple balloons to be positioned in the same place throughout the entire garland. I wanted some variety because after all, this is an organic balloon column. So it's looking pretty uniform now, but I'm going to be adding on some 5-inch decorators to make it more organic. But I didn't want those purple balloons to all be in the same position throughout. So I changed the positioning. So now for the topper, I'm going to be using a 36-inch bubble balloon. And I'm going to be cutting that tail because it's pretty long. And you want to pre-blow the balloon up and release the air so that you can make room to put in the large black 36-inch balloon. And I'm going to be blowing air into the black balloon, not the bubble balloon. I'm going to use a 260 cube balloon to tie around the neck of that black balloon. And then I'm going to put it on top of the balloon, taking one half of the 260 and wrapping it around two balloons on the right, and then the other half of that 260 and wrap it around the two balloons on the left. So now I'm going to be using a hand pump to blow up my 5-inch decorators, and I'm going to be using the chrome gold and the lilac matte balloons to put on there. And I'm going to be connecting the clusters of these 5-inchers with the 260 balloons and just wrapping them around the balloon garland to give it that organic feel where you have the various sizes of balloons. It's not just a uniform look. So here's how the balloon column looks with the decorators on the front and the back. So I'm going to be using some florals that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I cut them to where the stem is only a few inches, and I wrap those stems together with some duct tape because I don't want those stems popping the balloons. Then I'm going to use some glue dots, and I'm going to attach them to the outer leaves of at least two of those flowers because I'm going to be sticking those flowers onto the balloon column so that they won't fall off. So you just want to find an opening and just press the portion of the petals that have that glue dot onto the balloons. Press it really hard on there so that it can stick and it won't fall off. If you need to add more glue dots to make sure that those flowers are in place, then go ahead on and do that. And I just added the florals in no particular order because again, this is an organic balloon column. So here's the finished product. I added some vinyl onto the balloon topper because this is for a client's birthday party. I also sprayed some high shine on the balloon column because the black balloons were oxidizing really bad and I didn't like the way they were looking. So if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, go ahead on and like it, and please subscribe for future videos on balloon and event decor. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Tried and true.